It's not easy to date a professional athlete.
Oof.
You have to deal with the fame, the travel, the constant protein shake breath. A lot of peanut butter smells.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's even harder to date an athlete in a totally obscure sport that you've never even heard of before.
Oh, I never thought of that.
That was the biggest obstacle facing one of our listeners. We were all wondering, one, is this sport actually real? And two, is it possible to date anybody who does it? Today, all of our questions are going to be answered because we have two listeners coming back for a special second date update.
Yay!
That happens right after this. If you put something on your dating profile or your dating app and everybody thinks it's a joke, but it's 100% serious, what are you supposed to do?
Just go with it. You
Well,
know?
You roll with it or do you correct them every time?
Laugh at yourself a little bit.
For
maybe?
example, on my J-Date profile, I wrote, my mom made this dating account without my permission because she is that desperate for me to find love.
Wait,
That's funny.
after you made the profile, you didn't take that part? I thought she did make it for you.
She did. And then I took it over and I was like, I didn't make this. My mom did.
Oh, but
That's
you went with
funny.
it still.
I did.
Interesting.
The women did not think it was funny.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not a woman, so I think it's funny. Though.
Yeah. And one of our
they saw the
listeners,
truth in it.
Yeah. Bro to bro, that's hilarious.
one of our listeners knows exactly what it's like to be misunderstood on the dating apps. His name is Mike. So Mike, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, how you guys doing?
It did say in your email that women do not believe what's written on your bio is actually real. What's on there?
So, yeah, I put on my profile that I'm a Carjitsu expert.
A what?
Carjitsu.
Carjitsu.
Not jiu-jitsu.
No.
See, Brooke, this is why people get confused. Even just the word doesn't make
Would
any
you like?
sense to
What
people.
does it mean? You like grapple with automobiles?
Well, everyone thinks it's a made-up term, right?
Yeah.
But I do it. It's a real sport. And I sent you guys a video clip in my email.
Yeah, I do
What
have the
is
video
it?
clip that you sent. Let
Shut up.
me take a second to show my co-host because they have not seen this yet. Are you ready to look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen this.
Oh, they're doing jiu-jitsu inside a
They're
car.
fighting. They're fighting in a car, doors closed. Oh my God, they're in the back seat now.
So this is how it works, right? At the start of the match, you have two people sit in the driver's seat and one in the passenger seat.
Okay.
Okay.
So now once the match starts, both fighters, we just unbuckle ourselves.
Mhm.
And we just attempt to, like, get at the other person. We just attempt to, like, subdue them in the vehicle.
Oh, this is like Brooke and her husband at makeout point.
Yeah, right when they park. It's like, seatbelts, get over here.
Who
the
can
back
pin
seat.
the other?
I mean, spoiler, but I always win.
Yeah.
I'd put money on you.
Okay, I
5
mean,
minutes in and out, Brooke.
is it frustrating that people don't know what this is, or are you okay with
Well,
that?
Yeah, all the girls ask me about it.
Right.
And they get really confused.
Yeah, isn't that why you put it on your profile so you could send them
Get
videos
asked
of you
about it?
sexily grappling with men?
Well, first of all, I put it on my profile because they ask you what your job is, right? And that's my job.
What? You make a
Oh.
living out of it, huh?
Carjitsu expert.
Yeah, so I travel around internationally for this.
Cool.
Well, you know, slap boxing is
Good.
huge in all these other countries right now, and people
Oh,
think it's
yeah.
hilarious in America, but it's like literally generating millions of dollars. Like
There's
it's a
lots of
niche thing.
strange, unusual sports that people don't know about, and it's good that we have a
Oh.
backup plan for when our careers go down the drain.
Oh,
So,
I'm going to do that pony prancing one where you act like a pony.
yeah.
I've seen
I like that
one.
one.
like
a lot.
show horsing thing.
Yeah.
But how does this get into you and your date that you went on?
Yeah, so pretty much all the girls ask me about it,
Mm-hmm.
and they get really confused.
Yeah.
But Catherine, she said she's actually seen it online before.
Okay.
Oh.
And Catherine
that's
is the
nice.
woman that we're going to be calling today.
You found the one person that
Yeah.
knew what this
Yeah.
was.
That's
Okay.
cool.
So did she like take a huge interest on your date?
Yeah, that really helped me break the ice with it.
Okay.
Oh.
Where'd you go?
We went to a bar,
Okay.
and it was going all right. But things started getting a little out of hand when we started drinking.
Uh-oh.
In a fun way or a bad way?
Well, she basically stood up and said, my boyfriend will take anyone on in Carjitsu.
Oh.
Oh.
no.
Oh, but she called you her boyfriend, so that's pretty
Wow.
cute,
That's also
right? Do you like that or do you not
Yeah.
like that?
Ugh.
No, I loved it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
She actually pulled out her phone and showed these videos to a few tables.
Oh, so she was
Oh.
proud of you, though.
Okay. Yeah, that's not horrible.
But everyone was laughing.
It does
Ah.
look funny. Like,
The move from the front seat to the back seat
it's
was
pretty funny.
yeah.
You roll into the back seat
True.
with another grown
Especially if you
man.
don't know jiu-jitsu. You don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
It's
just like rolling around fighting in a car.
Yeah, were you offended that there was laughter?
Well, I get it's kind of different when it looks unusual and a little funny, but I've been training for this for years, and I do make a decent amount of money from it.
Okay.
You know, like I'm living from it.
As long
All right.
as it makes sense to you, that's all that matters, brother.
So, but I mean, did that ruin your date? Because it sounds so good. Like she called you boyfriend.
Yeah, but afterwards, she realized that maybe she was getting a little bit out of control.
Okay. Maybe she's embarrassed?
No, well, she kept saying, "You're mad." And like, really, I wasn't mad, but I was kind of getting annoyed that she kept telling me that I was.
Yeah. I've really been there.
Really does
you
all
are
my
mad.
relationships.
I know. It's like, I'm really not.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to be if you keep saying that.
It really does sound like they're in a relationship already,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Oh, and the fact that she was like, look at my man.
That's
like,
why
a good thing.
you don't want to let her go. I understand why you reached out to us. What's happened since that night?
Pretty much, bro, she's not calling me.
Okay. All right. And do you have any idea why?
She might be embarrassed because she was a bit drunk, but, you know, I don't take anything about it. Like, I still think she's an amazing girl.
All right. Well, maybe you just need a chance to tell her that.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I called. I hope you guys can get her on the line.
Oh.
All right.
Was that a threat? Because I don't want to make you mad or anything, dude.
Or do you want to?
No, I hope you're not mad.
He drives to the station. He's like, get in, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do whatever you say here, Mike. We're just going to come back. We'll call Catherine for you, and we'll make sure that you get your second date update right after this, okay?
Buckle up, everyone.
All right, thanks.
All right, don't hurt me.
You're in the middle of a second date update, and we're going to find out how the couple is doing right after you hear part 2.
We've heard a lot of people's stories on this show, their
Yes.
professions, their interests and hobbies. This might be one of the strangest, though, because one of our listeners, Mike, is a professional Car Jitsu fighter
Yeah.
or a Car Jitsu wrestler. I still don't know what the exact terminology is.
I think an
Fighter.
artist like MMA, it's like a car artist.
Yeah.
Like a artist.
Whatever he is, he's a pro at it.
Yeah.
But somebody who was familiar with it and was proud of him was his date, Catherine.
A little too proud, Jeff.
Yeah, she was so proud that at the bar, she drunkenly stood up and challenged any man there to fight her boyfriend in Carjitsu. And that's where the fun kind of ended, because she began to sober up afterwards and started saying, "Are you mad at me that I told everybody about that and showed them the videos? Are you mad?" And he kept saying no, and she kept saying, "Yeah, I can tell you're mad at me. You're mad."
Yeah.
And that didn't go well. So now here we are, days later. She might be too embarrassed to talk to him again. At least that's what Mike thinks.
Mike, are you mad at us?
What? Oh, I get it.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Are you saying that?
We're here to help,
I get
Mike.
it.
I can
I
tell
mean,
you.
if we don't get him a
Yeah,
date.
Alexis knows.
So do you have any final thoughts before we call Catherine? Anything else that we should know?
Look, I really want to see her again. I mean, it's just really rare to find a girl who actually knows about this and who's probably going to be willing to support me through it. You know, she was literally my biggest cheerleader that night.
Oh, I can totally imagine her when you're in the middle of a match or whatever it is, her banging on the window cheering for you of the car. I see it.
Maybe she can get into the profession a little bit too if this works out. I'm going to dial her right now. Let's see if she picks up. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Catherine?
Yes. Who's this?
Hey, Catherine, we're a radio show. We're called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning, and we're hoping to borrow just a few minutes of your time, if that's okay.
No.
Did you say no?
Oh.
That's
Well,
funny.
you're allowed to.
Yeah, we don't get no very often, Catherine. Can I ask? Can we ask why?
Can we ignore the no?
The thing is, we're not calling on behalf of us. We're actually calling on behalf of somebody you know, a guy named Mike that you went on a date with recently.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, does that change things? Do you want to talk to us now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, good.
That was quick.
Because we don't just call random people for no reason. This is part of a segment we do called Second Date Update.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, I don't.
We're on a mission. We want to hook you back up with Mike.
Because he told us the story of what happened that night, and
God.
Oh my gosh, are you
It's
embarrassed?
okay,
It sounds like a fun night.
It was a fun night. I am embarrassed.
okay.
I got too drunk.
Oh, that's fine. We've all been there.
He
Come
mentioned
on.
that you stood up at one point and challenged everybody in the bar to fight him in Carjitsu.
Yeah.
I did. I did do that.
Okay. Well, it sounds like maybe that wasn't the problem then with the night. We're trying to help Mike figure out if there was a specific reason that you've been avoiding him or not wanting to see him again.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what happened. I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
And so I told my roommate about the situation, but she didn't know what Carjitsu was. So I showed her a few videos.
Yeah.
And she told me that I absolutely cannot date this guy.
Why?
Your roommate said
Why?
that?
No.
Has she battled him and lost in a fight? You can't date my mortal enemy.
He can throw a punch.
Yeah.
No, I mean, she made some valid points. You know, he's a professional fighter. And so he's going to get hurt. And if this turns into something more serious, I'm going to have to take care of him while he's hurt.
Well, isn't that every woman's dream, to take care of a man like a baby child until they're old?
Especially when they're a retired pro athlete. That's when they're at their peak.
Right.
They're so fun to be around.
Don't you think you're like way jumping the gun? Like, I mean, you were
You're
thinking
assuming
about
so much.
25 steps down the line here.
I'm 100% jumping the gun, but I'm looking for something more long term. And so I fully admit, I'm like, all right, if we have kids, like I did that whole bit, if we have kids, how long is he going to be doing Carjitsu for? Like, he can't possibly sustain
get
that.
the kids in the Carjitsu little baby seats in the back, and then they're fighting out of their
They
baby
could start
seats.
in those little driver cars they get when they're babies, you know?
No, I could see why you would have some concerns about the future of your guys' relationship, but we're not the people to defend that. The only person that can is Mike himself, and he just happens to be on the other line right now waiting to talk to you.
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
yeah, he says.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, that's how this works,
How can you
Catherine.
not tell me this?
Mike?
Yeah. Well, you're seriously not calling me because your roommate thinks it's too dangerous? Come on. Look, I've trained so hard for this. This is literally what I do every single day. I train hard not to get hurt. That's literally my main job, is not to get hurt.
Are you hearing that?
I understand that. You're doing fine right now, but maybe in the future, I don't know, someone wraps the seatbelt around your neck and pulls too hard. I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh.
I would never let that happen. Come on. I got this little counter thing that I do with my two thumbs. It works every single time.
Whoa,
Oh, wait,
Well,
that can happen?
don't give away your secrets to all the Carjitsu listeners who might be fighting you in the future. You don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This is like way more violent than I expected it to be. Maybe she's...
See, that's what I'm saying. This is something I have to think about.
Oh, my God.
Okay, well,
I never realized
Now
that,
I
but
want to
she's...
know.
she's concerned about your future there, Mike. Is this something that you see doing for like the rest of your life as a way to earn income?
You say you make money.
No, that's what she doesn't understand. I do have a backup plan.
Okay, what
Oh.
is it? What's your backup plan?
Like a ref?
Boat jitsu.
What'd you just
What?
say?
It's like
I'm sorry, what?
boat jitsu.
Boat?
Boat jitsu?
Jitsu.
You're going from car jitsu to boat jitsu?
Why does it seem
Gonna
more
buy a
dangerous you
yacht.
could fall in the water?
No, it's definitely more safe because if you fall in the water.
Ah.
Okay.
You drown in the
I
water. What do
see.
you mean
Plus-
that's more safe?
Yeah.
Plus, on top of that, you have to wear a life vest.
Oh, see?
Oh,
there we
padded.
go.
Block
You know
some
what?
of the punches.
Boat jitsu. First thing, safety.
Yeah. I
Okay.
want to watch boat
I kinda
jitsu
like it.
now.
Listen, boat jitsu versus car jitsu, I don't see how that's better.
I do think that we're all thinking way too long term here. The whole goal of this call is to just set you guys up on one more date. What do you think, Catherine? It's a date that we'll pay for if you're up for it.
I mean, if anything, he really likes you. And I think that's really sweet.
We might even do like a little day cruise just so that you can get a little preview of boat jitsu.
Do not put them on a boat together.
Well, I'm not going to fight you.
Some guy's going
the
to bump
captain
into
or
him and he's
whoever.
going to get triggered.
I want to put him on 2 paddleboards, see what happens.
Oh,
That'd be good.
So sorry, Catherine. We're running out of time. We need an answer. What do you think about one more date with Mike?
Fine, I'll do one more date.
Hey, look at that.
There we go.
Mike, there you go. You have exactly 3 days to change careers and figure out how to support yourself financially. Good luck.
All right, thanks, guys.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
I know I'm not the only one who's been wanting to hear from these two again.
Oh,
and
for sure.
finally, we've got Mike and Catherine back on the phone for an update.
Matherin, as I call them.
Oh, God, they have a couple name
It's their
already?
celebrity name to
We
me.
don't even know if they're still dating.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Let's talk to
Maybe
him.
not.
Hey, guys, how's it going? It sounds like you are still together and unconcussed.
We are together.
Yay.
Yay, Maverick lives.
It's been pretty crazy, but so good.
Wait, what's been crazy?
Just the fighting, you mean? The Car Jitsu?
Just fixing his broken nose over and over again.
Oh, you guys are fighting each other now? Cute.
It's kind of crazy because, Catherine's been my biggest fan and supporter.
Oh,
wow.
Good.
Catherine.
She should be. That's great.
That's awesome. So do you go to like a lot of Carjitsu matches, Catherine?
I have. I really have.
Oh, that's adorable.
She makes the signs and everything.
Yeah.
You're like the one in the crowd.
Yeah.
I love that, though, for your man.
Yeah, the more we went out, I just found out there's more to life than just tying seatbelts around people's necks so they can't breathe. You know?
There
Classic
is?
saying,
God,
dude.
there is
Wow.
such deep moments on this show.
Okay. All right.
That's actually really sweet. So you found other interests or what?
Yeah, and that's exactly why this Friday is actually going to be my final Carjitsu match.
What?
Wait,
Wait.
you're retiring?
You're giving it up?
Well, I just think our relationship is just too important to risk it anymore.
Wait, you can't have both?
I keep reminding him he's not getting any younger.
Yeah.
And you get beat up for a living.
You don't want to be choking people out in a Subaru into your like 70s and 80s. I feel like you got
that makes it better.
I would
I
love
think.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe.
I would go see two old guys in a
Kinda
car.
selling me on it
Okay.
Go at it.
Hold on, my grip is weird. Hold on.
Well, I don't know if they have it, but hopefully, Mike, someday you'll end up in the Car Jitsu Hall of Fame, and you guys can take your kids to see Daddy's golden seatbelt trophy up on the wall and be like, "Oh, those were the days."
Why do I picture just a Honda Accord parked outside of a mini mall
Yeah.
with the sign propped up next to it?
That's the Hall of Fame.
All the awards are just on the windshield.
Wow. Well, hey, congratulations. We're glad to hear that you two are still together and
Dude,
that
and
you're moving
serious.
forward with your relationship. So cool.
No, we're really happy.
Yay!
All right.
Car fighting leads to love.
Well, keep us updated on how your relationship continues to change and what your next endeavor is going to be, Mike.
Awesome. Thank you guys for all your help.
Yeah.
It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.